Hey Miss O, how are you doing today?
Doing okay. I'm here, so it's not perfect, but
Yeah, you're not
okay.
horizontal, so that's good. You're still vertical. So my name is Michael Potter. I'm a student physical therapist working under Dr. Sykes. So I'm going to take care of you today.
Okay.
I understand you were in a motor vehicle accident.
I was.
3 days ago, is that right?
Yep.
Okay. And so I understand from your chart that it's the left side of your neck as well as your lumbar spine mostly that's bothering you.
Yeah.
Okay. So we're going to take care of that today. I'm going to examine that by doing a couple of tests, measuring your range of motion as well as the strength of your muscles in those areas. Okay. So the first thing that I'd like to do is to measure the range of motion of your back, so your lumbar spine extending backwards just like that.
Okay.
So I'm going to use my tape measure here to do that. So the best way for me to do that is if you remove your shirt, and then I'll find 2 landmarks on your spine and be able to measure the distance and the difference when you're just standing in neutral and then bending back, and that'll give me a good measurement of how well you can bend your spine.
Okay.
So would you be okay with taking off your shirt for that?
I can do that.
Awesome. Great. So, like I said, I'm going to need to palpate your T12 spinous process as well as your S2 spinous process. Is that okay?
Yes.
Okay, awesome. So I come in at iliac crests, find PSIS right in the middle, find their S2, so I made a mark there, and then I can find by coming in and finding the 12th rib, and then coming up, and I made a mark there. Okay, use my tape measure, 0 on T12. I find that in neutral, she's at about 12 centimeters. Okay, and then go ahead and extend back. And are you feeling okay just standing up right now?
Yeah, standing's okay. I mean, there's always a little bit, but nothing.
But not too painful.
There, no.
Okay, so go ahead and just extend back as far as you're comfortable. Okay, I don't want you to be in too much pain. Okay, go ahead and extend back.
Right about there.
Right there. Okay, so that's 8.5. So that's 3.5 centimeters of extension. Good. Okay, feeling okay still after doing that?
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so the normal range of motion for lumbar spine is about 20 degrees of extension. Okay, so you can go ahead and put your shirt back on. Okay, and then I'll have you sit in this chair. We'll measure the range of motion for your neck. Okay.
Okay.
To the left, and we'll also measure going to the right, because it's mostly just on your left side that you have that issue, right?
Yeah, mostly right through here has been giving me problems.
Okay, so first I'm just gonna watch you go ahead and try and bring your left ear down to your left shoulder.
Okay.
I'll show you really fast. So just like this, just bend over to the side.
It's right about there.
Okay, and that's okay. It starts being painful there. Okay, go ahead and relax. Let's see going to the other side, right to the other side. Okay, good. And I'm sure that makes it just a little bit tender over here.
Yeah.
Still.
Yeah, it gets tight. It's not the same like grab pain, but it's a little tight.
A little tight. Okay. Okay, awesome. So what we're gonna do is I'm gonna use my goniometer here, and that's gonna help measure the angle of that range of motion.
Okay.
So usual range of motion is 45 degrees for this. So I'm gonna find your C7 spinous process, have my stable arm just straight up through the head, and then I'm going to have you do that one more time. Okay, so go ahead and try and bring your left ear to your left shoulder, just bending straight to the left.
Right about there.
Just right about there. Okay, and that's only 15 degrees, so lacking 30 degrees, that's quite a bit. Okay, let's go ahead and do the other side as well. Okay. Okay, so 24 there, so still lacking about 20 degrees, but not quite as bad, and we learned that it's more of a tightness issue on that side rather than pain. Okay, so now I'm going to do those muscle tests, seeing how strong your muscles are, okay? So I'm going to have you stay in the chair for this one, and we're going to do, on that left side, your lateral neck flexors is what they're called.
Okay.
So those are your scalenes, and then your sternocleidomastoid muscles, so your scalenes. There's 3 of them that are right here, and they'll insert on your first and second ribs, and then off the transverse processes of your cervical vertebrae. Okay, starting at C2 and going on to C7. And then your sternocleidomastoid goes through your mastoid process right behind your ear, goes to the sternum and the clavicle.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna have you just do that motion one more time. Go ahead and bring your ear down to your shoulder.
Okay.
Good. And I'm just gonna give you just a little bit of overpressure, okay?
Ooh, yeah, it pinches there.
Okay, go ahead and relax, come back up. Okay, and I'm gonna have you do that one more time, and I'm gonna hold here and give you some resistance. I want you to try and hold as best you can, okay? So go ahead and hold, hold, hold. Okay, good. Go ahead and relax. Okay, is that feeling okay?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, it pinches right there when I'm doing it, but just sitting here, I'm good.
Okay, great. I'm glad. I just don't want to aggravate it too much, okay, make you hurt after we're done doing the test.
Okay.
So I give you a 3 out of 5
Okay.
for that test. That means that you were able to hold against minimal resistance, but not too much. So I wasn't able to put too much pressure on that without it being painful and you coming back up to, or being able to push you back up into neutral.
Okay.
Okay, so our goal is to get that stronger so that I can't push you as easily. Okay.
All right.
Gravity minimal for this would be supine, and I do that just laying down. Just have them try and bring the head just up, off, just a little bit, and do that same motion. Okay, so the last thing we're gonna do is measure that the trunk extension. Okay, so go ahead and lay on your stomach on the table here.
Okay.
Good. And so first what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to have you have your hands on your head here, and then you're going to extend your back and try and clear your belly button off the table, as well as get your shoulders, try and get them as high up towards the ceiling as you can, okay?
Okay.
I know this sounds like a tall order. I'm going to be stabilizing here just above your knees, okay? And just do the best that you can. If it's a little bit uncomfortable, we've got another way to test this, okay? And see how we're doing.
Okay.
Okay? So again, just trying to get your belly button up off the table and your shoulders as high towards the ceiling as you can.
Okay. Oh,
okay, go ahead and relax. Yeah. Okay, so she was not able to get full range, and with this manual muscle test, you can only get a 4 or a 5. So you have to be able to do the full range. So what we're going to do now is, instead of trying to test your thoracic extension, which is also just a 4 or a 5, we're going to do the gravity minimal, which is actually just trying to do both sections of your back at the same time. Okay, so what I'm going to have you do is try and get the kind of the bottom of your sternum just right here at the edge of the table. So go ahead and scoot forward for me. And I'm going to brace you at right above your knees again here. Okay, so go ahead and let your kind of head and chest curl. Good, and have your arms just there at your side. So what I want you to do now is try and bring your shoulders, same thing, bring your shoulders as high up towards the ceiling as you can, okay?
Okay.
Go, 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 you got it. Okay, go ahead and relax. Good job. Okay, go ahead and come back on the table. Okay. So she still wasn't able to get full range of motion, which would have been a 3, so I'm going to give her a 2. She can get partial range, and she could hold it okay. So we're probably pretty close to a 3, but still didn't get the full range. So a 2 out of 5 for that. And the muscles that we're using here are erector spinae, which you're going to insert onto the thoracolumbar fascia, and then insert along the spine all the way up. They're going to have the lumbar region, the thoracic region, the cervical region, inserting on the vertebrae there, and then also using muscles like multifidus for the lumbar extension as well, as quadratus lumborum, going on the iliac crest up to rib 12. And then if she wasn't able to move really at all, I could palpate those muscles. And if I felt a contraction, that would be a 1 out of 5. If there was no contraction, that would be a 0 out of 5. How are your symptoms right now? Where's your pain level at?
I'm doing all right. Like I said, when I'm trying to do this stuff, it spikes up there, but it comes down pretty quick. So
okay.
It's there, but I'm doing okay.
Good. Awesome. Well, we're going to be able to help you out. Okay. Thanks for coming in. We're going to continue with some interventions.
Thank you.